Know the future?
What's up, what up?
Chilling, boy.
What up, man? How you doing, man? Good to see you, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
What's up, man? Big dog, how you doing?
Doing good.
Good to see y'all. Yes, sir.
They build them different
Got on
now and
Anthony
then.
Hill, Colin Simmons.
Yeah.
Final Four, Texas Longhorns.
Wow.
You know, it was close. You guys fought. Especially like your early careers, you know, the freshman years are very similar. Both of you guys had a ton of success immediately entering college. For you, Ant, like what was it like in transitioning and seeing immediate success? How difficult was it to continue to be humble, continue to work in the same way in the new landscape of football?
It was cool. I mean, I had guys like Murph and Sweat that kind of helped me out, and like Jay Ford and other guys, and I feel like my family had raised me good, so it wasn't really too hard for me to just be humble and just stay working.
Yeah.
And for y'all get down there and dirty with the big boys.
Yeah.
Like, what was that transition from high school? Because I tell you all the time, high school was easy. Then you got to the SEC, I was like, oh, okay, these boys out here banging.
Bro, I honestly feel like it's no difference. That's how I feel. It's no difference. I feel like the game is the same.
With the All-American after All-American.
You want him to be like, yeah, man, it sped up, man. It was stronger. He was like, nah, I'm really
sit
cool.
a little lower in the chair.
Yeah, he's like, I'm really like that.
But playing at the high level, Texas, first time in the SEC and all, like the level went up, and but you feel like you could play right there with him.
Yeah.
I feel like me and Anthony Hill is built for it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, honestly.
He called that man by his whole name.
I know, that's what they do when they're important.
Yeah, like when you're really good. So, hey,
He can't be Ant.
yeah. When they walk up to a group of young ladies, hi, this is Anthony Hill. I'm Colin Simmons. Go ahead,
But their name
Brandon.
to hit.
Yeah, no, which is cool to see, man. Texas program, like the expectations are always here, and they've had some down years. They brought in Sark, and then he slowly started to rebuild the program. You guys are a big piece of that. How does it feel knowing that just a big turnaround from a college that's always been successful in the past is now officially back on the radar?
Man, it's been cool. I mean, I feel like we did such a good job. Like my freshman year, kind of just working every day with like Coach Bick and some of the guys in like the strength staff. So it's been real cool just being able to be successful and kind of winning some games while you in college.
We talked to Bijan before his last year, and I think the year before was his second year. It was the 5-7 year.
Yeah.
Right, and he was talking about bringing Texas football back to where it used to be. How do you feel like, along with you guys in the locker room, that Sarkisian and the rest of the coaches has sort of built a culture of winning again in Texas after it had been going a while?
Really just setting the standard, having a standard and just following that standard, honestly. From waking up in the morning, taking care of business, getting in treatment, going to practice on time, wearing the right stuff, shirt tucked in, just ready to play.
So y'all are on those Saban rules.
Yeah.
Then I played for Coach Saban at LSU. It was the same exact thing. It was about discipline. It was about doing the little things that led to the big things. You know, you spoke about tucking your shirt in. It seems like a extremely simple thing to do and a thing that doesn't necessarily factor into wins and losses, but it's the discipline to do it every day.
You sound just like our
Yeah.
strength coach. You sound just
Behind the
like.
line, all that stuff.
Like all of that. But how much do you believe that has helped y'all when it comes to game day, just those small little things?
I mean, I feel like it helped a lot just because like the little details and all that, but I also feel like he do a good job of like letting us be ourselves. Like he let us have our own type of swag and stuff about us, so it kind of helped us on the field.
Yeah, y'all uniforms ugly though, so that's not
man.
really.
Them icy whites cold though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, them
whites
icy
cold.
whites, yeah.
The what's it called? The burnt orange is not the best, but that all white. I like that all white.
You have a great personality, by the way.
Nah,
My
that
dog
all
said,
white.
he like, the icy white's cold though.
Yeah.
Like he knew
With
the burnt orange wasn't really
you
like
can go
that.
to white sleeve with it. You can go band, but the burnt orange it's a little bit it's a restriction. But the icy white's cold though.
Y'all really think y'all solved the answer to the question where the best players at? We saw what y'all did to our Gators. That don't mean Texas got the best athletes.
That definitely means that.
It don't mean
It
that.
definitely means
Not
that.
at all.
That's a small sample size.
What does it mean then?
It don't mean that.
It means the state's
What does it
bigger.
mean?
It's a really big
It was
state.
bad. It was
It just
bad.
mean y'all had a good day.
It got bad real
So
fast.
does it mean Ohio got better players than Texas?
Man,
That's-
I mean,
whoa,
people
wait,
from Texas
whoa,
on
wait,
Ohio
whoa,
State.
Whoa,
Ohio State is built from Texas players.
whoa, wait. What?
Y'all got
Do you
some-
know where all the players on Ohio State is from?
They from Texas.
don't.
They from Ohio State?
They're
No,
from I don't
They
know.
from Texas.
Just like most of them not from
they
Florida.
from Florida.
Back in the day when we played, we ran shit.
Who?
They
In
were
the
from
80s?
Well, that's
Florida.
back in the day, though.
No, it's not the 80s. Now you talking about the 80s.
Back in the 80s? Like, this 25 now. This not. We being real.
Hey,
We being real.
1981
Yeah.
Predator toting
I
it.
came up in the 90s.
I know.
No, but you said the 80s.
I know. I'm just.
So you like
Getting
that.
it across.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
we
like
do
the
like
same
that.
decade.
Look, right now, 3 years ago, not right now, but 3 years ago, I would have took you out here. I'd have let you know what it feel like to go against one of the top running backs to ever play in the NFL.
Luckily, say 3 years ago.
Ooh, we never got
We can go out here and try something like that.
Nah, you got it.
No, you look like. No, I'm just messing around.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Dang, that's you let him have it?
No, he
No,
got it.
I'm just
He got
messing
it.
around, like breaking
I'm
the
not
ice.
going-
But
I'm
you
not
look
going
like the prototypical running back. I love the energy that y'all bring. I sat there and I watched that game. I saw what the offense did, but I also saw what the defense did. That's a lot of credit to y'all. So with that saying, like you guys, like you're gonna be the blueprint for a lot of guys that are following y'all. Like, what advice? We just had Jules and Dion. What advice would you give like the incoming recruits that got to deal with, maneuvering through the whole NIL landscape and all that? Like, how did y'all handle it, and what advice would you share with them?
I'll say like kind of find some leaders that you could kind of like rely on. Not even like leaders, but some guys that's older that kind of been through what you've been through. So just kind of be cool and kind of follow what they lead and don't try to just be like, oh, I'm the guy, I'm this, I'm that. Go find you some guys that you can be around that can kind of help you through like tough situations.
Also, have fun, bro. Enjoy it. Enjoy the experience. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the grind. Just have fun at the end of the day. Don't, there's times where it gets serious. There's times where you gotta take things seriously. But at the end of the day, have fun. Keep a smile on your face and take care of business.
I love that.
We're not old as Fred, but we old.
Yeah.
But just the NIL stuff. It's crazy to see you with the athlete's first shirt on.
Yeah.
David, who does hundreds of $millions of contracts for the NFL dudes, and y'all having, a representative like that at y'all's age. Everybody was scared that NIL would take the fire out of dudes. Or, man, this dude making 50 racks a month. Like, he ain't gonna work as
I
hard.
feel like that make you work harder.
Well, like, does it,
make
like,
you work- it
when you
make
get
you-
that direct deposit, do you be like, no, man, we gotta go?
Not necessarily, but like, like back in the days and stuff like that, going to workouts was probably more harder because it's like, what am I even doing this for? But now, like, when you wake up and like, you blessed and you in this situation, it's like, I'm jumping out of bed going to workouts. Like, I'm ready to run. Like, I don't got no problem doing none of this stuff.
In the landscape of the transfer portal, how do you feel that's changed coaches' approach, right? Because for us, they could treat us any way they wanted to, because if I wanted to go to another school, I had to go down a level.
Yeah.
I had to sit out a year. For you guys, if you're unhappy in a situation, there's an opportunity to go play somewhere else. Do you feel that affects the way coaches relate to you as people while you're in school?
I don't think so. I mean, because, like, at the end of the day, if you leaving in the portal, somebody coming in the portal. So, like, if they feel like you're not the right fit, I mean, they kind of push you out the door because they know it's going to be somebody else that they can come bring in.
Every year they're recruiting somebody to
Take your
take
spot.
your spot. So, I mean, they might be a little hesitant at times, but other than that, it's going to be somebody else.
Yeah.
After we leave, after Ant leave, after I leave, it's going to be somebody else.
But it's about while you're there.
Right.
It's about being happy in the place that you are in. Thinking about the success of the last two seasons, I believe, 2 years ago was Washington.
Yeah.
Final Four as well for you guys. This year, Ohio State. I would love both of you to answer before we let you go. What is it going to take for you guys to take that next step this year and win it all? We know you'll have a new quarterback in Arch Manning, but the base and the core of the team will be guys like you who've already showed and proved what you're worth.
I feel like we just got to be better leaders at the end of the day. Like, it's going to be little moments, I feel like, in our Ohio State game that run we gave up, not the screen we gave up before half, like next year, stuff like that can't happen. I mean, it was a couple busts that we had in the season that it really didn't show, but that stuff like that can't happen going forward for us to be like national champions.
Especially with this team being younger than all the other teams that just, passed by. With this being the youngest team possibly that we have, that leadership standpoint, the leadership role, it's gonna be real big.
Hey, man, I freaking love y'all.
Man.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, honestly, like Baton Rouge is a great place.
I mess with BR.
See? And you know, guys, y'all have to stay in Texas forever.
Yeah.
You know, y'all go win a championship this year. Y'all can bring the championship pedigree down to Baton Rouge. No, I'm just playing. I appreciate y'all boys, man. Do y'all thing,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Best of luck. For sure. Nah, for real though, man. Like, extremely mature, both of y'all.
Appreciate
man.
that, dog.
Love that,
Yeah.
bro.
All love, brother. Yes, sir, man.
Hold up, limitless. Take a stomach, kind pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling got me up. On the mission got me up. Knowing me, I got the key. On this vision I can trust. Trust, limitless. Take a stomach, kind pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling got me up.